That's what I'm saying. Look how sensitive the world is.
Oh, it's exhausting. I mean, I watch a lot of history videos, and like for me, it really pisses me off because like a lot of that is about violence, it's about war, it's about like execution. And you want, I mean, I'm not saying that I want to see what it looks like, but when you've got wars going on not that far away, and the chances are that the Britain will be at war in the next 5 years because of the way the world's moving. But then we're always saying that. But if you've completely sensitized, it's a bit like sort of like, I don't know, my girlfriend's, she comes from a farm. And her family brought bacon from the family pig that they slaughtered at Christmas, and it was quite hard for me. I didn't mind, but Cicciarone, it had a name, and I was like, oh, but then she's like,
have you ever seen a pig get slaughtered?
Yeah, it's fucking horrendous.
It's crazy.
It's really bad.
I saw it when I was in Jamaica a few years ago. It's crazy.
I've seen.
It is not fun.
Yeah, it's not nice to see. I mean, there was a video going around when I was young of a slaughterhouse, like an abattoir, and what they did to a pig, man, it haunted me.
One in Germany.
Yeah, it haunted me for a long time.
I went to Jamaica, like...
I was in a lot of trouble for it.
I went to Jamaica.
It was unethical.
I went to Jamaica 2015 for Christmas, and one of my relatives that I was slaughtering the pig, do you want to see? So I woke up at 6 in the morning to watch it. And it was like,
early in the morning?
Yeah, it was early in the morning. And the thing the pig knows what's happening.
They start misbehaving.
And the pig starts shitting itself as it's being dragged to its death. There's two pigs, and both of them shit themselves as they were being dragged.
Oh my god, I would as well.
Yeah,
it's so bad. But the thing is that we used to have public executions. I'm not saying we should bring back that like that, but still stuff. But as a society, if you can't look at like history videos or educational material that involves a bit of gore and violence, then you can't learn from the actual horrors of things. So it means that when people go into situations where they are exposed to that, let's say in different countries, a bit like like what you just said about seeing that pig, you're not desensitized to that level of violence.
I don't know.
To the extent that you don't know what to expect, and therefore it becomes a real shock and quite a traumatic thing.
I mean, I've seen a lot of things in my time, trust me, but seeing an animal being hurt, mate, drop me the fuck out of that.
And also to that, it wasn't a quick death; it was a slow.
That's what I'm saying.
10, 15
alive.
No, they stabbed it in the throat and he bled to death.
Like even when you watch films, and that as well, you see like a fully grown person like being like stabbed or killed or whatever, it's like, oh no, that's not good. That's not really so you're flipping an animal being hurt or a child, man. Nah, you have to walk out of the room, can't watch it.
Yeah, but I mean, we were talking to someone about a brain hemorrhage like a couple of weeks ago, and
is that Maya? Yeah,
she's
I know her. I've worked with her before.
She's lovely, and but the way that you see it on film, like the way I had no idea that it was like it just becomes like how long it takes to have a brain hemorrhage.
Yeah,
that was the bit that got me because
she got lucky though.
She got lucky. Yeah,
slow.
Because otherwise, I thought it was just like and you're gone.
Now sometimes it is.
Yeah,
she just got very lucky.
Yeah.
Well, sort of.
Well, lucky in the sense that she could.
She survived it.
Yeah, lucky. Like some people, I know two people that died straight away from it. There was no time to do anything.
My dad's old best friend, he died of it. I think his last words were, "I'll sign this card for Leslie." It was my birthday or something, and he's just gone on a tennis court. Which, to be fair, I mean, like, if it's a quick one, then.
Yeah, I suppose there's no.
I guess it's like almost like a heart attack. Some heart attacks are like,
I interviewed a guy like that. He said that it was great.
You can call a doctor.
You don't know you're going, basically.
Yeah. I met this guy. He'd survived. He had 14 consecutive heart attacks, and I interviewed him as a local journo, and he told me that it was honestly the easiest way to go. He said, "I hope when I die, I have a heart attack," because he was like, the
guy that had the heart attack.
He had 14 heart attacks. I mean, in the case, in the space, I mean, they were quite consecutive. So, I think he just kind of, they got him going and they snuffed it again. And they got him going again. They were at it for like 24 hours. Because he said that what happened was he was going standing there talking to his wife at the bottom of his bed. And then the next thing you know, he wakes up in hospital 3 weeks later. Wow. And he was like, and he had no idea what happened. And he was just sitting there and all of a sudden, gone. And it's like, I mean...
I guess it depends, because my mum had a heart attack. She was conscious, though, but it was that she couldn't breathe. And
it hurts as well. Yeah.
That is terrifying. Yeah. Especially if it's a cramp, isn't it?
Yeah.
I'd rather just go in my sleep, because you're asleep and you don't know any different. True. Peaceful. I think anyone would want that for their end.
Oh, absolutely.
To be honest, just a peaceful one.
For me, it's more if I want to go into the gladiatorial arena and get torn apart by lions.
Really I want to go out in the bank.
Yeah. I've got my.
I want to know. I want to know that I've gone, that I've accomplished something, or I've had purpose, and I'm proud of. Yeah.
You've actually put it down. I think you said it at some point in your bio or something. It was just like like if you're gonna die, then and your life flashed before your eyes, it should be, it should at least make you smile on your way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I completely agree with that.
Yeah, and as long as I think you have that, then I think death wouldn't be. You wouldn't be fearful of death.
Yeah.
You know?
Because it's like you've got something, you did a little bit of your bit. What scares me about it is, and I was thinking way too much about this the other night, and I don't want to like sort of drag people into this, into my bizarre overthinking.
I think we've all crossed that.
These things get, it's like, it's just that, it's the eternity of it. It's that, you get this little blink of life, and there's us worried about work and what Shelley down the road thinks. It's like, fuck me. It's like we are, like, when we are atomic, and then it's like we have sentience, and it just puts your life into such perspective. But then it also makes you think, well, the fuck am I doing sitting indoors?
That's what I'm saying. Go on. Sorry.
So it's crazy that you spent so much time not being here, and then you're gonna be dead for a long time, and we're wasting our time doing.
You kind of hope that you won't be forever.
That's what I'm saying. It makes you question everything, like faith and all that sort of stuff. But the way I see it is, you come into this world with nothing, you go out with nothing. You could be the richest. That's why. Why do you think I say
it's kind of like your legacy.
Why do you think I say money and that, and like all these material things and that? They mean nothing.
Yeah,
they mean nothing because you're not going to be able to take it with you. Do you know what I mean? At least if you're going to put a mark on the world, put a good mark on it.
Yeah.
Help.
Yeah.
Do something good with it. It's where you can go to bed at night and think, I did something good today.
That's why I wanted to write a book as well, was because it's like, when I'm dead, I want to know that my grandkids or whatever can still read something, even if they probably won't, but they'll want to, they'll read about me and they'll read who I was in those books. Yeah. And that's why, I've written so much stuff over the years that I've never published, because it's like, well, actually, I'm not saying I want to have my legacy or anything, but I started writing when I was about 22.
Well, why not? What's so bad of leaving a legacy to your family?
No.
For your children's children?
Yeah, it'd be interesting for them to
the royalty do it.
I'd be kind of curious to see if they read it and then thought, oh shit, I'm going through something like that. Or, so I think I wrote because I was, going through a lot of trauma at the time, and like that helped me express my feelings and, understand what I was going through, because it was a lot. And it was like but in doing so, I wrote into a narrative, but I read back over it, and I'm like, as an editor, now that I'm a professional journalist, it's like I can read through this stuff, and I'm like, all right, I'm not fucking having that phrasing, that's terrible. And but I started to edit it, and after a while, I was like, nah, because this is who I was when I was 22, and and I can produce work now that's better quality, perhaps, but that authenticity of who that person was when they were young, that has a sort of quality to it that might be shit objectively, but actually it's still that person who I was, and it's also why we sort of were doing the podcast as well, in a way, because we wanted to see who we were when we were turning 30, and it was almost like a little experiment, because it used to be off point at 30, and I think that the way that we talk now and the way that we, the things that we go through in life now, very different to who we were when we were 30 or 29 when we started this, and it's just quite interesting. It'll be interesting to listen to sort of our earlier work and now this.
I guess like when we started the podcast, like I guess like turning 30 was this big milestone.
Yeah.
And now we are in our 30s, like 4 years later. It
still don't feel any different.
Yeah, it feels normal.
Yeah, it does. And that's what I'm saying. It's hard growing up, especially in this day and age. It's going to be even harder. But I think when you hit 30, I think that's when you do your your most mature, where you accept things more.
Yeah.
And and you want to. Make things better more. You want to make sure you're sorted. Yeah, you want a strategy. You want to make sure you got things sorted. And you also, however your mind works or whatever, you want to do something good. Yeah.
It's great that there's always these positive people. And I think that a lot of the people we've spoken to, they all say something similar to what you've said, that it's like, I just want to create something that is valuable to others and help people. I mean, I think every single guest without fail. Yeah. We've had surgeons on, we've had actors, we've had someone I think who said that they were an Imaginarium or something like that, I don't know, but poets, artists, I'm not trying to big us up, activists. Yeah. Wait, we had an activist, app developer. Oh yeah, Tayo, yeah. And his thing was just created the game because it was fun for me, but I'm really proud of it, and I hope so other people enjoy.
Fair play.
Lovely guy as well, right? Yeah. All right, well, should we wrap it up, because it's late? And
that's been really good. What's the time? Yeah, look, it's like nearly 10.
Oh, shit, yeah. Usually it's an absolute honour and a privilege, honestly, it really has.
Oh, thank you for
We'd
having
absolutely
me.
have you on again. Please do promote our videos, because
of course I will, 100%, of course I will.
I don't. No, because they're all my students on my Instagram, and I'm like, let's skip over the ADHD bit, because they'll realise that she was Mr. Crazy. But no, I do actually. I've been better at it. He keeps nagging me about it.
Big up Les and Marlon, man. Look at their podcast, their realness. This is what I like.
Yeah, we like to have a chit chat with people. You know, it's so nice to be able to meet all these new people as well. And like, you're absolutely lovely as well.
Thank you.
I
appreciate
love
that.
some of your points as well. I mean, you know, obviously we'll summarise it when he goes through editorial and that. And but thank you very much for coming on.
You're welcome. Thank you for having me.
Thank you for having an evening.
Thank
you. All right. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye. Bye.